Going on, guys? Snag here, and it's time for round 4 predictions for the 2024 NRL season, and it's going to be a tough round, I'm telling you, man. Last weekend was carnage with the injuries, and man, there's a lot of debutants, a lot of people moved up from reserve grade, and she's made it tough. So we went 6 from 8 last weekend. When I was looking at the games just before we knew about all the injuries, I'm like, we can get 7 or 8 this weekend for sure. It's going to be tough now. So don't forget, guys, drop in the comments all your predictions for all the games this weekend. You can do 1 to 12, 13 pluses as well. But just who you think's going to win each game, guys. I love seeing your guys' thoughts on all the games. And if you get an 8 from 8, you're definitely getting a shout out, lads. You're definitely getting a shout out. And we will have some prizes coming for the people that do get 8 from 8 soon as well, guys. So, yeah, absolutely cannot wait, guys. So, in this video, guys, we're going to do all our predictions, and also we're going to do a few punts that I have down as well. I only do the first 3 games for actual punts, just because sometimes I change my mind and I don't want to be putting down things on Wednesday, for games on Monday and Sunday sort of thing. So I'll have those. But if you don't want to miss out on them, guys, make sure you follow us on Dabble. Make sure you subscribe here. You'll get turn the alerts on if you like as well. TikTok as well. I post them on there as well. And if you do want to follow me on Dabble, the link's in the show notes there. If you do want to join, just use my code and all that sort of stuff. All the links will be in the description of this video, guys. And I do have a feed on Sportsbet as well now. It's just MonsterSnag. And just on that quickly, every weekend I've been putting a thing down called a centipede multi. It's called a centipede multi because it's got so many legs. This one is paying something ridiculous. We just put $5 on them. It is just a laugh, not expecting to hit. I couldn't be bothered reading it out because it is so hectic and long, but it's paying out 63,000 to 1. Got $5 down, paying out 319k. I'll put it up on the screen here so you can have a look at it. You can pause it, put it down if you like, but if not, you can just follow me on SB. And it's YouTube. I can say Sportsbet. On TikTok, I can't say Sportsbet. And you can just copy that one if you want. Even put $1 down, win 63k. Why not? We got through the first night on the centipede multi last time, and then I think it got knocked over on the third game. But you never know, we might hit one day. It's just a bit of fun. All right, guys, just before we do, Reece Walsh has re-signed with the Brisbane Broncos. Just wanted to touch on this one real quick. $6 million over 5 years, I believe. I saw someone else say 5.5 million, and I saw another article saying it's the biggest Brisbane contract ever. It's the highest paid, first paid at 1.1. However, I do believe Milford was on 1.1, and I'm pretty sure Payne Haas is on 1.2. So I don't know if that's accurate, but if it's 6 million over 5 years, that would probably make it the biggest contract as far as monetary value goes. And yeah, what a signing for Brisbane, and absolutely great for an owner. I forgot to tell you guys, I bought the Brisbane Broncos. Well, a small piece of them anyway. Yeah, I didn't realise Brisbane Broncos were a public company, and I was like, man, Brisbane cracking 50,000 members. I knew Reece Walsh was going to re-sign, Ezra Mann, Paddy Carrigan, Payne Haas, all the big guys. The club is absolutely booming, guys, and I was watching Welcome to Wrexham. I don't know if you guys seen that show about Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, who buy a football team, and I was like, man, I've done pretty well for myself, And I don't know what to do with my life, sort of thing. I've got it all, got the kids, got all that sort of stuff, made my money, and I was like, I want to own a footy team. So I'll start stacking up shares until I get a seat on the board. You never know, you might see me in the board one day. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, great for the club. I mean, look, now they do have 2 players over 1 million. Paddy's on a good wicket. Reno's actually on a okay wicket, and they've got also Ezra Mann, who's on close to 1 million, which is a pretty solid wicket too. And glass half empty. I mean, great signing for the Broncos. Stay tuned for their juniors and top 30 to get rated over the next few years. Guys like who's that hooker they're always going on about? Whatever, and you guys like your Tristan Saylor, who's backing up who's filling in for Reece Walsh this weekend. They will get rated over the next few years because they're just not going to have any money for other stuff, because they've essentially got two and a bit. So 3 million. They got 3 million out of 11.5 million in Mam, Reece, and Payne Haas, and then Paddy's on a good wicket. Reece, Reynolds is actually on a pretty good wicket. So yeah, that's a lot of cap in a very few amount of players. So yeah, they're gonna need a lot of guys on min contracts, and if other guys are. Someone's going on offer from 300 and Broncos can only offer 150k, which is the minimum. You're going to lose them, unfortunately. Especially, I said this, when the Dolphins come in, Broncos were going to lose a lot of those players, those fringies. Broncos have always had a big advantage of having been able to keep fringies cheap, because you're like, do you really want to move to Canberra, bro, for that extra 80k a year? Nah, just stay here, sort of thing. Now they just drive to Redcliffe instead of Red Hill, sort of thing. So Broncos juniors and Broncos sort of fringy top 30 players going to get rated. I mean, we've seen it with Penrith and only have one player on over 1.4, so that's glass half empty. But look, man, Reece is a star. He's going to put bums in seats, and you know what I mean. Yeah, he's good for your club. So and I'm stoked. I'm pretty sure Broncos shares are going to go up over the next. Broncos are going to grow as a club. I was surprised. 100 million they're worth, man. 100 million, absolutely crazy. Hopefully that goes up to 200 million. All right, guys, games for this weekend. We have Roosters, Panthers. We have Rabbitohs versus the Bulldogs. We have Broncos versus the Cowboys. I'm going to this game. I've got a corporate box for it. Absolutely cannot wait, man. That's going to be sick. Absolutely cannot wait. I'll probably do a video just showing you guys how cool it is to go to I'll put it on my TikTok, maybe on my shorts as well. How cool it is going to a box at Suncorp sort of thing. Got Dragons versus the Sea Eagles. We've got Titans versus the Dolphins. We've got Warriors versus the Knights. And we have Sharks versus the Raiders. And then Easter Monday. It's Easter long weekend. We have the Eels versus the red hot, sitting in 9th place, West Tigers. How good. It's going to be absolute cracker. And yeah, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. I can't wait. All right, guys. So we're going to have to go through these team lists because there's been a lot of changes. All right, so we've got Lindsay Smith and Lindsay Collins and Sandon Smith out. So we've got Tedesco, Tupou, Suali'i, Manu, Dom Young, Luke Keary and Sam Walker, both fit to play. That's great. It's more the forwards. Their forward back's still good. It's just the depth's a little light, but it's still good, man. Who you guys got in this one, man? It's going to be... We've got JWH, Brandon Smith, Tyrrell May, Nat Butcher, Tupanua, Victor Radley, Connor Watson, White, Butcher, Crichton. Not bad. Ooh, Michael Jennings back in the fray, hey? Yeah, good. Now, Penrith Panthers obviously lost Cleary and they've put Schneider in. Fisher Harris still out, so Lindsay Smith is in the starting front row. And the other one, who else was out? Luke Garner comes in for Sorensen. We'll just have a look at some of the stats and then we'll do our picks. All right, Roosters have scored 110 points in their last 3 games at Allianz. Panthers have won their past 8 games. Past 8 games against the Roosters. Roosters won 7 of their past 9 games at Allianz. Sonny Taruva has scored 8 tries in his past 7 games. Roosters have conceded 20 points or more in their past 8 games against Penrith. Wow, that's nuts. We'll go have a quick gaze at the team stats. So how do these guys match up? So Penrith really have had on the wood on them. They've both got 2 wins this year. Completion rate 80 to 78, and pretty rare. That's actually pretty low for Penrith. They've had a few uncharacteristic errors. You know, guys like Dylan Edwards dropping balls and stuff, and even Taruva had a couple errors in the first game. Tackle efficiency identical. This is what Penrith... Yeah, it's still early in the year. These stats don't mean a whole heap, but let's still have a look at them. Wins at this venue 60. So not a ton of luck at Penrith there. 13 of 29. Look, man, actually, let's do my punt first. We'll have a quick look. What have I got for this one? Sorry, guys, I keep locking my phone. All right, so for this one, I actually really like this one. It's just a little safety. 3 buckaroonies it's paying. And it's Dom Young and To'o for 2 or more, and both teams to score 10 points. I really like that one. Now, as far as the head-to-head goes, guys, I'm going with Roosters and the only real reason is I've never seen this Brad Schneider play before. Now, when Cleary's been out, had stints on the sideline the last two years, and I'd still tip Penrith. The only reason I'm not this time is because I've never actually seen Schneider play. I don't know how he's going to go. I knew Cogger was good. I knew who was the guy before him? O'Sullivan was good in that slot in and do a really good job. I don't know if this guy would. And just Sorensen as well. So Sorensen, Fish and Cleary out. If any one of those was in the team, the team's close enough to full strength. I'd just go Penrith anyway. But it's just one too many, you know what I mean? And I'm not a huge Garner fan. I don't know what Schneider's going to go like. But yeah, if Moses Leota's lining up here, I'm probably taking Penrith. If Cleary's there and Fish isn't, I'm taking Penrith. But yeah, I just think it might be a little too much. But the thing I'm looking forward to most is these matchups, man. These centre matchups: Suoliti, May, Tago, Manu. Oh, take my money, bro. That is going to be so good. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, this should be brilliant. But I'm taking the Roosters in this one. But I'm not enough to bet on them. It's just a purely, just a gut feeling, and not enough to actually punt on them. On to the next one. Oh, Rabbitohs, Bulldogs. Oof, Bulldogs. All right, so we've got Lockie. Lockie Ellis isn't named, but it says he's back. All right, so with Jack White still keeps his spot. So does Dean Hawkins, Totola. So they brought Tom Burgess on in it to start. I actually really like that. He's not the player he was, but I still like just having him out there to start the game. Even if he gives you 19 minutes, just get him on. You know, he's been there, done that. You could definitely get one over. Like, he's no worse than Max King or Liam Knight. He can still get the job done there. Cookie's back in the starting lineup as well. I like this heaps better. I really do. Cookie starting, Tom Burgess starting. I think they need to get Tallis Duncan sometimes somehow. I don't know how, because he is so similar to Cam Murray. Maybe he does come on for Jacob Host there for a minute, or just for a little while. I love Cam Murray in the middle, but maybe what they could do is just bring Tallis on in the middle whenever, towards the end of the first half or something. Put Cam Murray on an edge just to take him out, just give him a little bit of a breathe. Not that it's a breather playing on the edge, but it's a little easier. You know, you make less tackles on an edge. Let Tallis rip and tear. Give Cam Murray a bit of a, what would it called, a working rest. And then you can maybe swap them back later. I'm not too sure, something like that. But Cheeky, I like that ad. I like Shaq Mitchell coming into the team as well, and Miley as well. I think he's a bench prop. I didn't like him starting now. Now, how do the Bulldogs look? We're pretty much the same. Taft's still there, Blake Wilson, Carraz, Stephen Crichton, Tracy's still here. However, apparently Adokar is pretty much good to go. So I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if Adokar's in this team on Friday night wearing the number 19 or whatever he's going to be wearing. Oh, he's not actually... Where is he? There. Wearing the 23, the Michael Jordan number. Got to pick him for a try if he's coming in. Max, so we got anything else? No, pretty relatively unchanged. So we'll have a look at the stat attack, and then I'll give you my punts, guys. Rabbitohs have won 5 Good Friday games against Bulldogs. Damn. Bulldogs aiming for back-to-back wins for the first time in more than a year. Round 2. Yeah, I thought they did that last year. Rabbitohs have conceded an average of 37 points. Wow. Adokar has scored 21 tries in 21 games. Yeah, that means he's playing. All right, my punt for this one, guys. I actually boosted this one. So my first punt was actually on Sportsbet, guys. If you do want to copy that one, that is on. This one's on Dabble. I've sort of been bouncing between the two. However, I do sort of like Dabble better as a platform. I feel like I get better odds and stuff. But Sportsbet has better markets. So this one was actually on Dabble, guys. And spoiler, I have South Sydney to win this. They have to. This is a must win. Like they're actually done if they don't win this one. I still think they have a better team than the Bulldogs. They just haven't been playing that great. And It just has to click. It just has to click. I mean, one slick shift to the left and it'll, you know what I mean? Then it could be lights out sort of thing. So I do have South -2.5, over 35 points, second half's highest scoring half, and even match points. That's paying 485. So I boosted it to 485. I love the boost thing on Dabble too. It's cool, man. It's cool. Sort of like this little rocket ship takes off and you got to stop it at a certain time. It's heaps fun. All right, so yeah, we'll have a look see at team stats here, but Jesus, look at that one. 2023, I don't remember that game. Jesus Christ. Bulldogs won July. That must have been when players are out. But yeah, look at that. 10 games between them. One win. That's crazy. Look at this. 112 points conceded to 51. That is insane. Now, there has been a blowout in there, obviously. So that's like I said. Until we get to about round 8, these numbers are sort of trash. But look, they have to complete higher. They have to tackle better. They can't concede 37 points a game. They have to score more than 16 a game. And yeah, it's Bulldogs pretty good record there. Yeah. But yeah, I just think Rabbitohs are just too desperate not to win. And that's sort of what I'm going with. Yeah, and like I said, I actually do think they're a better team. They're just not playing as good. But man, this is Bulldogs win. Bulldogs are much more legit than I thought, and South Sydney are way less legit than I thought. So yeah, it could be interesting times. I tell you what, if Rabbitohs lose, you wouldn't want to be a superstar at that club or the coach. Yeah, I don't think he'll last too much longer if they lose this one. But yeah, we'll go the Bunnies in this one, guys. We've already done that. Broncos Chaos. Can't wait for this one, man. Can't wait for this one. All right, so we've got key outs here. Obviously, Reece Walsh, Pakura's out as well. Adam Reynolds comes back in. Corey Oates comes in. Shout out to Corey Oates. I mean, this back five, even without Reece Walsh, is still really damn good. Like, we've got Tristan Saylor, Jesse Arthurs, Katoni Stagg, Selwyn Cobbo, Mariner, Ezra Mann Reynolds, Corey Jensen. I just don't like this part. I just don't like this part for the Broncos. Like, Corey Jensen, Billy Walters, Fletcher Baker, Jaden Hunt, Ricky. If Ricky's your best forward, you're in trouble. Oh, well, Paddy Carrigan's obviously their best forward. He wasn't on the screen at the time, but yeah, you know, I'd give Carrigan a 9.9 out of 10 and everyone else a bit of a 6. That's pretty damn average. I think they need to bring Xavier Wilson on. Corey Oates, I guess he'll come on and play a bit of second row or something. I'm not too sure. But, yeah, I wasn't impressed with Fletcher Baker. I feel like Billy's been off this year as well. Corey Jensen's okay. But it's not like Cowboys packs crazy. If Lukey was in this, they'd be in big trouble. But Jordan McLean just does work, doesn't miss tackles. Reece Robson's just a monster in the middle. Jason Tamalolo, I actually think I know he's been playing 20 minutes, but I actually haven't minded his 20 minutes. Finny Fuyuaki, yeah, he's good for a try scorer in this one, I reckon. Same as Nanai. They could tear those edges apart. And then Reuben Cotter tearing through the middle. I think he's been a little down as well, but this is the sort of... I think he could get a really good roll on against these guys. Yeah, Reuben Cotter could have a big game in this one. And Griffin Neame, I've been so impressed with him. McIntyre's been good too. I'll have a look at some statsy guys. Broncos have won home and away games against Cowboys in 2023. Cowboys are aiming for their first 4-0 start since 2007. Selwyn Cobbo has scored 20 tries in his past 19 games at Suncorp. Ezra Mann has scored 3 tries in 2 games against the Cowboys in 2022. Oh, if you like Ezra, that's time. That's the time to chuck it down. We'll have a quick look at their team stat. Actually, what was my punt for this one? I've got Val Holmes. I like Val Holmes in this one. I think he could expose that edge pretty good. Should be up against Cobbo, I believe. I really like him for one. I think he had a stinker, not last weekend, the weekend before, but he looks nice. And full house at Suncorp. You know, he loves the big moments. I think Val will shine. I really do. So, expecting Val to have a big one. So how did these guys go last year? Broncos got them twice. Broncos only 2 wins of their past 5. I know a few of these were last year. Wow, so win-loss win. All right, so Cowboys undefeated. Broncos only 1 win for the year. I mean, 74%, that's got to be better. Like, if you got Reece Walsh in your team, like, it seems that completed in the 70% thing's okay just because, you know, he can generate so much offense, but when he's not, that's a concern. Broncos conceding 24 points a game, that's a concern. Only scoring 16 points, and they've had Reece Walsh in 2 games. That's a concern. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm going the Cowboys in this one with zero confidence. With absolute zero confidence. I just feel like Cowboys pack's a bit better, and I just drink water on Dearden, Chad. It's almost, you know, I think Dearden's, it's hard. I just am just slightly leaning towards the Cowboys, and it is just slight. It really is. But yeah, it's just going to be a crazy game. This is why I didn't actually want to tip on this game. Well, I have to, because I can't just be like, I don't want to tip on this one. I just want to enjoy the game. That's what I want to do. But I'm like, I got to tip. I got to tip and put a punt down. But I actually didn't want to, because I don't know. There's just a few little things that lead me towards the Cowboys, I guess you could say. All right, Dragons versus Eagles. Team lists. All right, so what have we pretty unchanged in the back line for the Dragons? Francis Molo comes back. He's a big in. Jacob Little back in at 9. Blake Laurie, that's all of a sudden looking a lot better. Luciano there. Sewer there. Yeah, this is looking better. Bellin back to the bench, perfect. Mariner back to the bench, perfect. Selle's in there as well. Yeah, that looks a lot better from the Dragons. I really like that lineup a lot better. So are we unchanged here? No, Vega's still there. Luke Brooks. Tom Travojevic. Now, Simply was apparently fit for this one, but didn't make the team, which is pretty crazy. Carl Lawton, Waddell, Bullymore. I'd flick Bullymore out and put Talau's back too. And put Simply in, personally. There's a bit more size through the middle. I just noticed in the Parramatta game, when Aloiai and Paseka went off, Parramatta really took over. They really did. Their forward pack, Junior Paulo just owned them through the middle, and you know, like Waddell, Lawton, Bullymore. I don't know, not big boys, not big bodies. And Nathan Brown's a monster, but he's little too. So I would have loved having Simply in there, just another big body. Not going to miss anything when, you know, Simply Paseka or Aloiai go off. Let's have a look at some stats. Now, I don't have any punts for this one, guys. Punts are finished. Dragons have won only one of their past 6 games at Wynn Stadium. God damn. Ravalawa has scored 9 tries in his past 8 games at Wynn Stadium, and Dragons have conceded 84 points in the past 2 games. Wow. Wowzers. How did these guys match up last year? 24-18, 20-6. What the hell happened there? But yeah, looking a little grim for the Dragons. I mean, they won their first game. Everyone was cheering and happy. Then how fast rugby league moves, eh? 88 points conceded. It's a lot of points in 3 games. It's absolutely nuts. I mean, Seagulls have conceded quite a bit as well. I really like the overs in this game, guys. Yeah, nice. Usually, I'll always take the overs if these 2 numbers here add up to about 44 or 45. But yeah, tackle efficiency's been good. But yeah, I just think the Seagulls are legit. I just think they've got a few little issues there, but I think they still are legit. I think Parramatta just offloaded them to death, played a little outside the box. That shocked them a little bit. I mean, there was close. There was a obstruction play that, you know, was dicey. I completely agree with it personally. I had money on the Seagulls and I wasn't complaining. But yeah, I still really like the Seagulls. I think they could put some scores on. I'm expecting the Dragons to dig in here though. I'm not too sure if it's going to be a huge win. I think it might be a 1-12 this one to the Seagulls. But yeah, cannot wait, man. It's going to be sick. It's going to be a good game. Cannot wait. Titans, Dolphins. Oh, man. Tino. All right, so Jaden Campbell's back for the Titans. Pereira's still there. Brimston's still at centre. Kieran Foran and Tanner Boyd. Tanner Boyd is going to have Kafusi sprinting at him all game. They're going to be doing tape and watching what Viliami Kikau did to Tanner Boyd. And he's going to put so much pressure on Tanner Boyd. Tanner Boyd, unfortunately, has a really slow setup for his kick. With no blockers now. Oh, it's nice that Palasia's in it. Starting prop. I've got him in my super coach. They're going to watch that tape, and Fleggs, Kafusi are just going to fly out at him. And I'm expecting a bit of the same. Yeah, he got spooked. If you watch Nathan Cleary and Mitchell Moses and Reynolds kick, the best kickers in the game, they just drop it on the boom, and it's gone. They've got a slow wind up. Whereas Tanner Boyd doesn't have a real nice, sweet boot of the ball. He's got a really, and we're talking like tenths of seconds sort of thing, because your chasers are covering so much ground so quick. But just that slightly slower kick setup, extra half second for having Flegler or kick out steaming down on you. It'll be nasty. Jeremy Marshall King too. He'll put some good kick pressure on. Let's have a look at the stats. Titans have only won one of their past 4 games at Seabus. Jesus Christ. Dolphins won both games against the Titans by 2 points in 2023. Damn. Pereira scored 9 tries in his past 12 games at Seabus. Asako scored 10 tries in his past 8 NRL games. Titans have only scored 1 try in their opening 2 games. Wow. All right, I'm going the Dolphs. Fins up, baby. Yeah, I think the Dolphs will get this one and probably get it done well. Jaden's back, but it's not like he's not Ben Barber or anything. He's really, really nice. But I think Hammer's better. Well, he is, because he's played for Australia and Queensland. But yeah, I think the Dolphins get this one, and could get ugly. It could get ugly for the Titans real quick. The thing about the Titans is, man, when they signed Des, I didn't like it. I was like, I don't think he suits their play at all. Titans won heaps of games. They were in a lot of games. They were just sort of having trouble restricting teams' defense. But their offense was nice. I actually really liked the way they played. It was just, decent. Didn't have a real grit in defense, but would sort of, they'd leak tries. They'd win games 32-26 and stuff like that. But Desi's gone there. He's made their offense worse and their defense worse. Let's just say they were having trouble scoring, right? But they're deep. They were locking dudes up. Let's say they'd lost their 2 games 16-4 and 16-0. You'd be like, at least the defense is pretty tight. It's not. The defense hasn't got any better, and they've forgotten how to attack. It's absolutely wild. To me, the Titans last year, before they hired Desi, they were a tweak or 2 away from being a pretty good team. They had maybe a really good halfback away. Not even a real good halfback. Fogarty, for who they let go. To me, if you dropped a Cleary or a Moses in there, they're a top 8 team immediately, obviously. But I think even if you put one of those mid-level number 7s in, I think they probably do make the 8. They were pretty nice. And then just tweaked the defense a little bit, just found a little bit more grit. I think they were a pretty genuine shot at making the top 8, but they've just gone so far backwards. It's wild, man. Absolutely wild. But yeah, we'll go Dolphs there. All right. Oh, I love this. Up the wires, Andrew Webster, one of the best coaches in the NRL, best new coaches in the NRL. Got rid of Tuapiki. If you've been watching my videos, I want CNK to play fullback when he gets back, but RTS should have been the fullback. RTS should have been the fullback from the jump. I don't think they probably lose those first 2 games if RTS is there. That leaves their backline how it was last year when they went on that tear, and you just got RTS there instead of CNK. Bro, I think the game's changed. I think you need a bigger body at fullback. You really need a bigger body to get your set started. RTS is a freak. And then you've got the same backline that took you to a semi-final. Wade Egan back as well. That's huge. And also Nakora back. Dylan Walker back. Bunty's still there. Lussick's there, like, on the bench. Yeah, that's this is a much better looking Warriors team. Much better looking Warriors team. And, yeah, the Knights have lost, what's his name? Leo Thompson. See, with the Knights last weekend, one thing I noticed, Ponga isn't a meters guy. Jenkins isn't a meters guy. And who's the other guy? Tuala isn't a meters guy. So they're really struggling to get out of their own end. And they got Dylan Walker firing down at them, you know, like, they're going to get pinned down in their own end so easily. Bradman Best and Gagai come chip in, but they're not, you know what I mean? There's only so much you can do from centre in the yardage battle, you know what I mean? So usually getting back on the second, you maybe take a carry if it's on your side, you know, but Jenkins is a small body, young too. He looks nice, but he's not a big meters guy. He's not Marju. And just, I said it before, I said it again, Dom Young was a bigger loss than everyone was giving credit for. Like, Dom Young helped, like, they went Ponga, would take an okay thing, he's, you know, get up, play the ball, Marju, bang, Dom Young, bang, and they just got their sets off so nice, and they're missing both now, but even just with Dom Young gone, you could notice their sets were getting off to way worse starts. And then it used to be nice, it used to go, like, Ponga, you go Ponga, Marju, Dom Young, and then sometimes Bradman Best would have another one, and then, you know, it was just like the sets were just flowing, and they got a really nice start to their sets, and that was sort of a little bit of Warriors' problem with Tuapiki at the back. I just felt like he was getting ragdolled, put on his back, held there, and then DWZ and Montoya, who they would take really hard, tough carries, but they normally skittle blokes, and they did skittle blokes from time to time, but because the play the ball was so slow, there was just a full set line there, and they know DWZ and Montoya are going to run straight, so they handled them a lot better. If RTS goes bang, hits his front, and then the next one's Montoya flying at you, good luck. Keep your chin down because you might go to sleep. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm tipping the Warriors in this one. Knights have not won in New Zealand since 2019. Wow. DWZ has scored 9 tries in his past 8 games at Go Media. Yeah, I'll go. I think Warriors win and possibly win well. Knights have looked way off. Both 1 from 3. Completion rate is decent from the Warriors. Pretty poor from the Knights so far. Obviously need to tidy this up, but like I said, these stats will even out over the season. And wins at this venue 35%. So they must have just been getting a hiding there over the past few years. Yeah, but yeah, we'll go Warriors to win and win well. I don't know about 13 plus though. I think it'll be right around that. 2-3 tries. Trap game. What are they paying? I thought so. Sharks big favourites, Raiders outsiders. I reckon there's some value here for the Raiders. I really do. Have a look at the team list quickly because there are a lot out for the Sharkies. Fanuc and Royce Hunt, Tommy Rudolph all out. So bad that Oro, is that how you say his name, comes in, and Talakai's had to be moved into the forwards, which he pretty much is anyway. But I mean, all of a sudden you're looking at a guy that Hazelton, Kafusi, which are both good guys, but then the bench, oh, this guy's sick. Oh, I didn't see him in the team. Ooh, that dude's scary. He's real scary. I don't know. I'm not going to butcher his family name there for you lads, but yeah, this dude, this dude's going to be a problem. This dude is an absolute handful. He looks Spencer Lino-ish, but scarier. He looks like a lot of big guys aren't fast. Even like a big Payne Haas, like, you know what I mean? Like at full gallop, like I personally haven't seen Payne Haas ever skittle anyone. But this dude skittles people. Like, he was scary. He came on for, I think he was on for 10 minutes or something in his game 2 weeks ago, and he ran for like 55 metres. It was like a really short stint. He had like 5 carries for like 60 metres or something like that. It was ridiculous. Now we've got Schiller on the wing, Rapana still at fullback, Sebastian Chris back into the team, Savage, Ethan Strange, Fogarty, Papali'i, Danny Levi, Tarpany, Hudson Young, Elliot Whitehead, Smithies. Corey Horsburgh couldn't get into the team. That's how good they've been playing. Absolutely nuts. Canberra Raiders have all of a sudden, looking real good, eh? Oh, it's a trap game, I'm telling you. Have a look at some stats. The Sharks have won 5 of their past 7 games at PointsBet. Canberra Raiders have won 9 of their past 10 games against the Sharkies. Ronaldo Mulatalo has scored 14 tries in his last 11 games at PointsBet. Canberra. They're looking the goods. Both got 2 wins this year. Completion rate just much better from the Raiders. 87% on the season. Penrith Panthers will be proud of that one. Prime Melbourne Storm will be proud of that one. Look at that tackle efficiency, 89%. This is one of those ones where, and this doesn't mean it's going to happen, but yeah, like the bookies are probably right putting the prices like this, but this is one of those ones where I'm trusting my gut. And my gut says, and this is before I even looked at these stats, sometimes you just have to go, this team's playing better rugby league. I think they're going to win. I think the Raiders are going to win. I just think they look better. I think they look substantially better, and these stats back up my gut. My gut was right. 87% completion rate, 89% tackle efficiency. Fast to play the balls. I have to tip the Raiders. They're playing better footy. They really are. That loss to the West Tigers too, like they're awful. And this one to the Warriors, I mean, Warriors were pretty bad in the last 15 minutes, but Warriors were really good for most of that game. So for them to go to New Zealand, lose by 8 against a really good Warriors team is a much better loss than a West Tigers 32-point hiding. And I just felt like maybe this is a thing, maybe it's not, but I feel like you can rattle Nicho Hynes. And that's why I honestly feel like he hasn't performed at rep level. He hasn't really performed for Australia, hasn't really performed. I know he's played out of positions and stuff like that, State of Origin either, and hasn't performed in the finals. I feel like he can rattle him and get under his skin. I can't remember him playing good in a final, like a must-win game, final game or anything like that. So they've been known as flat-track bullies. I don't know. I'm going Canberra, guys. I'm going on the outsiders. Actually, I better chuck that together. All right, we've already done that, haven't we? Oh, Easter Monday. Oh, man, Mitchell Moses out. Bailey Simonson in, Mikasivo back, Makatoa back, Oregon and Wiremu Greg. So Mikasivo comes back on the wing, Morgan Harper in on the centre, Sean Russell in on wing, and then Blaze Talangi, who got ripped apart. Everyone was saying what a great performance it was, but he did get shredded pretty hard on defence. He's actually got a nice rig, but it's just he doesn't have his man body yet. He's going to be scary. I reckon he'll end up filling up and looking like Roger. He's got that, he's an horse, so he's gonna put that muscle on, but he just doesn't have his man body yet. But I think he's gonna have a bit of a Roger Valentine Holmes sort of build when he's got his man body. Looks real nice. Parramatta have to re-sign him ASAP. I was just thinking this as well, like, I don't know how much longer Clint's got. I think he's about 30, but he's the long-term number 1 for me for your Parramatta. I mean, you've still got Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown's, 22, 23. Mitchell Moses is, 28. You still get another 5-6 years out of Moses and 10 years out of... I think Parramatta have signed Dylan Brown for 8 years or something like that. It's something ridiculous. I think you got to lock him down, eh? And Will Penasini, another really good young gun. So, yeah, they've got to re-sign him. Apparently he's a gun 6, so I'm so excited to see him. You could clearly tell he was playing out of position last weekend, and he still ran truck turbo. Now, this was an odd one. I got all these mails saying Bryce Cartwright's out for 4 weeks and he's named. So I don't know who reported that. Maybe it's just one of those rib injuries you can needle and you hope it doesn't get hit again. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy he's named already. Even if he's not, I like this Tuolangi guy, and then you can just bring on Wiremu, Greg or Ogden anyway. Like, they're pretty nice. But yeah. All right, so from the West Tigers, unchanged. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it looks it. Yeah, so it's going to be a cracker, this one. Right, going to the team stats. West Tigers have won only one of their past 5 games at CommBank Stadium. Damn. Mika Sivo has scored 8 tries in his past 8 games against West Tigers. Yeah, lock him in for a ATS. Especially on that left with Dylan Brown getting more ball. Oh no, Dylan Brown's playing 7. I wonder if he'll float. Be careful with Sivo. They might attack the other side more, I'm not too sure. West Tigers are chasing back-to-back wins for the first time since round 10 last year. Eels have won 9 of their past 11 games at CommBank. They're so hard to beat there. They're creating a real fortress there. They really are. Have a look at the team stats quickly. Parramatta have had that. Well, look at that. 28. Was that? Oh, they only played once last year. So wins this season. 1 from 2 from the West Tigers, 2 from 3 for Parramatta. Completions both 84%. Man, Parramatta completes so high for how much they throw the ball around. Tackle efficiency 88 to 87, so pretty similar. So both have been very good this year. Points scored 24-19. Obviously Parramatta wants to try and bring that down as the year goes on, and West Tigers the same. If they want to keep winning games, it's not going to get it done a whole heap, but not too bad. Not much of a win rate at Para Stadium for the old West Tigers. I'm going Para here, guys. I don't care. Mitchell Moses is out. If you look at the team list 1 through 17, I still like Parramatta's team better. I mean, you go, well, Mitch Moses there. They've got a debutant. So do the West Tigers. Lachlan Gavin's only 2 games in. He's not exactly experienced. Aiden Caesar, I mean, even if Dylan Brown playing out of position, I still like him better than Caesar. And then still got Gutho, still got Sivo, still got Penasini, still got RCG, still got Paulo, still got Lustick, still got Lane, still got... It's a better team. Simple. So I just Parramatta should win, and should win well if Parramatta are going to be legit. The good teams, like everyone's saying, Parramatta's legit this year. This is when you find out. Missing a key player, can they still knock off teams? They should, you know. If your team relies on one player to get you home all the time, then you're not a good team, are you? But I'm really, really excited to see this Blaze Talangi play 6. And I love watching Dill Brown play. Like, I think Parramatta are way too Mitch Moses heavy anyway. So this I mean, hopefully it's... So Mitch Moses, they've given him 6 to 12 weeks, which is such a big range. I think I personally think it's going to be like 6 max. It's a little foot surgery. You stay off it. How fast these guys heal now. He's still young. He's 28. I think he'll heal up real quick and real nice. I don't see there being like it's a simple quick surgery. Moon boot. Don't run for a month. You know, keep your fitness up other ways. I don't see it being a 12-weeker. I really don't for a foot sort of thing. It's a bummer for him because he was probably in line for State of Origin. State of Origin is 8 weeks away or something. So yeah, a bit of a bummer for him. But yeah, anyway, what do you do? But super pumped. Abby Coruscant, god damn, he was a freak last week. I think he's going to do some pretty crazy things. But super impressed with Joey Lussick too. Actually, they're my 2 hookers for my super coach. They absolutely been murdering it for me. My hookers have been outperforming my halves and my fullbacks. God damn. But yeah, this is it's going to be a good weekend of footy. And even though there is a lot of superstars out, remember guys, that's when we get introduced to new superstars. That's how new superstars get their start. Injuries. Then all of a sudden, we all see the images when they're giving props to a vet, and then they show like one of their first games, and they've got like a number 19 on their back, Billy Slater or something, and he's running out on the wing with a number 20 on his back, and you're like, so you never know who's going to be a superstar, man. All right, so who we going? Let's lock it up. Let's round it up, guys. So we've got Roosters over Penrith. We're going Bunnies over Bulldogs. We're going Cows over Broncos with zero confidence, guys. Pick whoever you think. This game here, guys, don't listen to me. Just whoever you think's going to win. We've got Seagulls over Dragons. We have Dolphins over Titans. We have Wars over the Knights. We have the Raiders over the Sharkies. And we're going Para over the West Tigers, lads. That's it, guys. That's it. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.